know each other better. Tell us what's the one common trait that both of you share?
I should I think positivity, faith.
That's amazing, and a
Yeah.
much needed quality today.
I think that's how that's something I really admire about her. I said that before. I don't want to go into specifics, but that's something I admire in people who exude that, and she's definitely one of them.
I think somewhere down the line, as doctors, we are healers, and I feel that through the character she portrays somewhere, she also heals, like her character in Tumari Sullu, or the character in Sherni. So I'm sure that after watching, somewhere there is healing to people. So I would say,
It's a beautiful compliment. Thank you.
and we both are Capricorns, so.
Wow. And your love for family, both of your love for family is like so
Tangible.
intense that it's beautiful to watch you guys thank your family for everything and every stepping stone.
But I think that's also very, very Indian.
Yeah.
I'd like to believe that
Yeah,
Indians are very bonded through family.
that's true.
The family is a very strong institution here, and I hope it always remains that way.
Absolutely.
So imagine this situation if one day Vidya you wake up as Shilpa, and Shilpa you wake up as Vidya. What would that day look like? What would you do first?
हाँ तुम बोलो.
What would I do? Would I deliver a baby? Or a few?
I think I'll just go back to sleep because I will feel, I'll switch off the phone, no calls, no emergencies, and I'm relieved. Yeah, you'll have to
Or
deliver.
is the
baby.
real answer
Push,
what he
push,
said?
push.
Somehow I think I like his answer better. I can imagine. So now later, about the hamper, just to clarify.
Okay.
Sometimes these kind of answers may not get you the hamper. All right.
Okay.
So now just a series of quicker questions to both of you, the same ones.
Quickies, you mean?
Yeah. Okay. Now that's how she does the humor. You don't even want to say the words, and she does. Okay, so what's your biggest fear? Both of you. What's your biggest fear?
I guess losing a loved one.
Drowning. I think I always feel I died in my last birth in water, so.
How can you make even that funny? I don't know.
You can ask my family. Every time we cross the Vashi bridge, I'll just drive fast, drive fast. What if the bridge breaks and I don't want to die in water? Yeah, I'm scared. I think that's my biggest fear. And to be honest, my other fear is I don't want, of course things are not in your hands, but having a morbid disease, because I think we see so much of suffering and ailments and also, yeah, I do fear that. So, yeah.
All right. So for these quicker answers, okay now?
Yeah.
Music or silence?
Music.
Books or movies?
Music.
Books or movies?
Books.
Night owl or early bird?
Night owl.
Night in. I'm not an early bird, but I like to stay in.
Okay. Adventure or comfort?
Adventure.
Adventure.
Family or friends?
Family.
Okay. The family's all here. Okay, that was a buzzer. You don't get to answer that one now.
I would say friends who also become family.
No, that was an interesting save, but the family, what do you give her points for this answer? All right. So lastly, just both of you, what's your mantra for life?
my God. I think mine keeps changing, but it all boils down to the same thing, and inflections of the same thing. So maybe today it would be right to say Ubuntu.
Wow. Wow. Lovely. Wow, that was wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. So I guess it's fair from
Oh,
the
you didn't
answers.
let me answer.
Sorry. Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, so yeah, mine also keeps changing, but off late it is this that song. I'm not a good singer, but you know, मैं जिंदगी का साथ निभाता चला गया, हर फिक्र को धुआं में उड़ाता चला गया. So, and I like most is गम और खुशी में ना महसूस करे. Because I think that is that level of spirituality or one should have in life where you know you take both as a equal this in your life and.
May I know your name, please?
That is why he wants attention. That is only he's doing this.
Dr. Bhushan, thank you so much. You've been the most enthusiastic.
Absolutely.
ये मेरा रोका हुआ वर्ष है।
शादी कब है? आपने कहा रोका हुआ वर्जन.
शादी अगले साल।
Bad joke, sorry.
He's a
So-
gastroenterologist.
Wow. Okay, can we have chatter?
Yeah, well, the humor is definitely infectious. Thank you. And I think this has something to do with not just the title and the way Shilpa does it, but your commentary and all of us. Thank you, really, thank you so much.
Thank you everyone, and congratulations, Shilpa again.
We have to, we still have the winner to announce.
Yeah, yes.
The audience.
Yeah, for putting up with us.
So I do think, no, I know you said this at this
Hand on heart, I think her answers were great, but I'll take the gift.
ये फोटो अरे नहीं भाई अरे मेरा घर में पूरा आ रहा है मैं निकल के आपने चले गए
All right then. So, for a few questions, the stage is now open. Just. Would you like to write Vidya Balan's biography?
अभी 40 साल के बाद after you know she's written another 40 books she can write. No, but please answer.
Yes, I'll have to unfortunately wait for 40 years. But I'll try my best to convince her before that.
Yeah, because it will take so much of time.
But I would love to. Because I know that it's going to be a very, very inspiring story, you know, knowing her on screen and knowing her off screen. So,
Anyone else?
I think we've spoken so much that they have no questions. Oh, sorry.
Just like the host, and by the way, guys, enthusiasm, round of applause for the host. Just like the host said, this is the first time we've been through an experience as, you know, regardless of nationality, geographies, race, as humanity. So, as a frontline warrior and as someone who's written a book on the whole experience, what would you say should be, it'd be very interesting for us to know, what do you think should be like a one big takeaway from this entire coronavirus experience? I'd like to know what your opinion would be. One big takeaway, or one thing we should take away as, you know, a species, because the first time we've gone through something as a species.
So I think that's what the title conveys, that it is, you know, somewhere down, I think we abuse the ecosystem, the animal, our planet. So when we say Ubuntu, it is not just being social with each other or just being there for each other. I think it is you know, it is interlinked. Everything is interlinked in this universe, whether it's the animal species or the ecosystem. So my message would be that we should live in such a way that we respect each other as human beings. At the same time, we also respect, our own planet and the other species, because in the end, it is Ubuntu. We all have to survive together. There was this joke that we wish that the Chinese didn't eat bats and they ate apple like Adam and Eve. The joke keeps on going on WhatsApp. But somewhere down the line, I think it's all interlinked, so we need to respect that. I want to ask Vidya that two questions. Is there any actor, that you like to imitate? You would like to imitate, I mean, the olden era, or as a child or in college, you used to think.
You know, I admire lots of actors, been inspired by lots of them, by performances. Maybe not the entire work of an actor, because I've not seen the entire work of any actor. But Shabana Azmi is definitely someone I grew up admiring. Because, she was someone with a voice. She was a woman with a voice, and that's not something we saw very often on screen. So Shabana Azmi will always be a hero to me. There were others that I began to admire more as I grew up, and whose work I was blown by. But Shabana Azmi is someone who I've always looked up to.
Then are you very choosy with your roles? Because every movie of yours is different. I mean, I think everyone would agree with that. We usually don't see her repetitive most of the time. So is it just it's like abundance flows, or you are very choosy about it?
I get bored very easily. So to keep myself engaged and entertained, I look for new things to do. And for me, the only thing I know to do is to act, So I think I'm constantly looking for new, for a character I haven't played before, or for a story I haven't told before, to work with new people. So I'm constantly working with new people. I love that. That really gets me going. I think that's what it is. Something that challenges me, something that excites me and hopefully fulfills me finally. I get bored very easily. That's the answer, plain and simple.
All right, it looks like we are done with the questionnaire. And okay, let's go for it.
Hi. So I wanted to ask, what was the most difficult part about writing this book?
Yeah, I can't see you. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So what was the most difficult part about writing this book?
I don't think there were, any particular I really can't think of right now. But as I said, I didn't want to make it like a sad saga or, a story about pandemic in a sad way. So, so when you if you read the book, actually there are a few funny anecdotes, and these are all real events. Like for example, I think when we started doing teleconsultation, when the patients were unable to come to the hospital, we had this new kid in our life, teleconsults. And we were not used to it because we like to see patients physically. And when we started doing teleconsults, so a lot of time what used to happen is I will start the video call with the patient, and then typical Indian family, you'll have a queue of 10 people surrounding the child at the video. They want to see how the doctor looks in PP, how the doctor looks in coverall. So you have the chacha, chachi, nana, nani, neighbors waving at you. And the 3 minutes or 5 minutes consult would go on for 30 minutes. So these were small funny things which are depicted in the book. But at the same time, there were a lot of, as I said, the unheard voices of the common people, like the housemaids. It was quite many of them didn't pay their maids for 6 months or 7 months, so it was very difficult for them to run their houses. And later on also, when the maids started coming, they were treated as untouchables. The elite, we wanted the maids to come to our house, but we didn't want them to use the same elevator or the same lift or the same garden bench that we use. So, you know, we wanted the best, we wanted the maids to work, but we discriminated them. We somewhere around we treated them as untouchables. And these are the common people where they will go and voice. So doing an act of balancing between the right humor, at the same time, you know, not making it sound, I'm unable to get the words. Yeah, keeping the sensitive side of sensitive aspect. So in fact, when the editing was going on, me and Chandralekha, you know, we would have debates many times on this. The book was edited 3 times, and after every edit, when it used to come back to me, I used to tell her, "You have cut down my humor by 50%. You know, I'm not happy with it." And she kept on saying, "Yeah, dear, but this is pandemic time, and you know, you can't hurt sentiments of people. We have to keep the sensitive part also to it." So I think as a writer, balancing between the humor and the sensitive part, bringing both the aspects together in the same story, in the same parable, was a little daunting task. But I hope I have justified, and definitely my editor has done a wonderful work on it.
We're running short of time, but sure.
Actually, I first have a comment for Vidya and then I have a question for Shilpa. Vidya, you're a woman of substance. You're beautiful inside and out. And you've inspired so many, many women. And you are so humble. And it's so heartwarming to see the way you give credit to your family and you still have those roots intact. I battled with depression earlier this year, and without my family, I wouldn't have, gotten through it. So to see somebody like you standing there, speaking from your heart, and inspiring so many people, and yet having the humility to say that you have 40 more years to go before you think you've touched lives or achieved something, is incredible. And I'm really saying this from my heart. You really, really have inspired so many people. The way you embrace self-confidence, I don't know. It's really nice.
Thank you so much. And thank you for your sharing. You know, that's what enriches all our lives. Because especially as, I don't know what the word is, I don't like to use the word celebrity, but as someone in the public glare, when someone shares with you something about their lives, I think that's what touches me the most. That gives my work, that gives what I do so much more meaning. Thank you and more power to you. God bless you and your family.
I would love to have 2 more lines, if I could, in private, because just to give you even a hug and just say how much you move people.
Come on ahead.
I'm so sorry. My question to Ms. Shilpa is, one of the biggest things about COVID, I think, was we realized the difference between wants and necessities.
Yes.
And, do you think we really learned? And one more thing is, how did you find the time? Because as a doctor, the way, I'm sure your mental health got impacted, like for all the doctors. I have a doctor in my family. And so how did you find the time? And that's my question. And also, do you think we really, really learned? Because it was like, no matter how much money you have, you were still struggling for the same air.
So I think, yes, it has somewhere down the line changed our perspective towards life. Unfortunately, human memory is very short. That is the problem. So, during the pandemic, we saw people hoarding stuff, hoarding chocolates, hoarding
Toilet papers,
sanitary napkins. And I had friends who have hoarded remdesivir injections and oxygen cylinders also. So that was a shade of selfishness or greed or meanness we have seen. Coming to the hospital in the ICU, as doctors, forget doctors, our nurses have worked for 12 hours non-stop in that PPE. And I can't describe how it is sustaining for 12 hours in that PPE suit. You can't even go to the washroom often, you can't even eat, you sweat so much, you are thirsty. But not once I saw any kind of irritation in their eyes. And I think what I have written in Ubuntu is, about human behavior and human emotions. And these are all emotions which are spoken through the eyes, behind the mask. So that was one thing that it really touched me. I think, yes, we have redefined our concepts of luxuries. I'm a avid, I love to travel. I would spend all my money on traveling, and I always say that the best stories I can write is in between the pages of the passport. And I was really very upset that I couldn't travel last 2 years. But during the lockdown, there was a time when one day I told my husband that, if the lockdown opens up, I wouldn't mind just going for a Mumbai darshan. And just a walk at Marine Drive for the first time gave me so much joy. So we did learn about minimalism, that, less is more. We don't need too much. But the problem is there, how long this will stay in our memory. We are human beings and we have a short memory. We forget soon. So it will be good that the lessons that we have learned, it stays for long time in our life. And I think in the end, we just need to be little more kinder. What I call offer a plate of kindness. I always tell the patient, you have a patient next to you, be kind to that patient. So you have food plates, you distribute kindness plates. So
You had something to say, Vidya?
That eventually we will forget, but maybe that's the only way forward. Hopefully we won't forget the lessons, but we will have to let go of the pain, of the memories of this time to be able to move forward. That's the only way forward, I guess.
yes, I agree. I think maybe, we will forget, and after 20 years, I will be narrating this as folk tales to my grandchildren. So it might just become folk tales that aisa aisa hua tha, and we did all those things. But
The way you're saying and the way all of us are here, I feel there's a lot more compassion, there's a lot more love which these 2 years have actually brought in us because of all the realizations of the basic necessities we had to just, yes, I feel, yeah, yeah, yeah. Right, okay. It was such a good evening, man. Beautiful evening. Thank you, everyone, for being here. And thank you, Vidya, for being here and being a treat to all of us. Thank you, Tidal Waves, for letting us curate this event. And we'll have a few signed copies by our author and Vidya, which will be sold at the counter. So anyone who wants to buy Ubuntu can go at the counter and get it. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming.
I just want to tell you, not anyone who wants to buy Ubuntu, the doors are locked, so you'll have to buy a coffee if you want to get out. But thank you, everyone, and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Stay safe and God bless. And thank you. God bless.
Yes, ma'am.